When I substitute n is equal to 1, I'll get a number. The number I got is 64. 64 is divisible by 8. 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is divisible by 8 or 8 cube. Power k you take for least number and plain number you take. So there are two numbers, 41 and 14. So till this problem is smooth and simple and direct, but here the game starts. So what I can say is, welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of PMI. Now, exercise 4.1. Prove the following using principle of mathematical induction for all n belongs to natural numbers. 22nd problem. 3 power 2n plus 2 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 8. So now we need to prove this equation is divisible by 8 by mathematical induction. So consider P of n. What is P of n? 3 power 2n plus 2 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 8. Means I can write 8 times q. Now to prove for step 1, to prove for n is equals to 1. To prove for n is equal to 1. In the place of n put 1. So 2 into 1 plus 2 minus 8 into 1 minus 9. So 2 1s are 2 plus 2 4, 3 power 4. So I'm assuming n places what? 1. All of you know the first step in PMI is what? For proving for n is equal to 1. So 2 1s are 2 plus 2 4, 3 power 4. 3 power 4 is 81 minus 8 minus 9. 81 minus 8 if you do, it will be 73. 73 minus 9. Okay. When you subtract, check the number what you get. That should be divisible by what? 8. They gave. So we'll see that. Subtract, you will get 64. So now in the place of n, I have substituted 1. So it will become 3 power 2 into 1 plus 2 minus 8 into 1 minus 9. You will get 64. My question to you, is 64 divisible by 8? Yes, 8 8s are. So therefore 64 is divisible by 8. Means I can write 8 multiple. It is divisible by 8. I can write 8 8s are. Do you agree? So therefore P of 1 is true. Means statement is true for n is equals to 1. So first step is done. We need to prove for n is equal to 1. We proved. When I substitute n is equal to 1, I'll get a number. The number I got is 64. 64 is divisible by 8. Therefore, P of 1 is true, or the statement is true for n value equal to 1. Now step 2. What is the second step? Let us assume P of k is true. Let us assume P of k is true. Now, P of k is true means what? In the place of n, put k. So, it will become 3k plus 2, 3 times 2k plus 2. In the problem, in the place of k, n, put what? K. So, it will become 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is divisible by 8. Means, it is divisible by 8 means I will write 8q, 8 times multiple of something. So, it is divisible by 8. Now, to prove for what? K plus 1. To prove for k plus 1. So, I will take LHS. So, in LHS, in the place of k, take k plus 1. 2 times 3 power, in the place of k, replace it by k plus 1 and check whether it is divisible by 2 times k plus 1 plus 2 minus 8 times k plus 1 minus 9 I will take. So, I will simplify. I can write it as 2k plus 2 plus 2. I am multiplying. Minus 8k minus 8, if I open the brackets, minus 9. Further, observe, here we have a statement called 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9. If I get the same equation, I can say it is divisible by 8 or 8q. So therefore, I will split this. Can I write it as 3 power 2k plus 2 into 3 square, law of indices. A power m into a power n is a power m plus n. So here we have a power m plus n is there. I will group this. A power m plus n is a power m into a power n minus 8k minus 8 minus 9. So here 3 square can be written as 9 times. Then we will have 3 power 2k plus 2 this term, and minus 8k I have. So now this minus 8k minus 8 minus 7 we have. Minus 8 minus 9. So dear students, we need minus 9 we have, we need 8k we have, but see 9 quotient should not be there. So 9 should not be there. What we will do is, I want to take 9 common. We don't have 9 here. So we will introduce. So here also I don't have. So add and subtract. This is a crucial step. Add and subtract 9 times 8 power k plus 9 times 9. 9 times 9. 9 9 is 81. I will say 9 times 9 only. Add and subtract. So I'll write 9 times 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 9 8 power k, then minus 9 9s, and I'll add this whatever I subtracted. What is that? 9 8 power k plus 9 9 power 9. So this I subtracted, this I'm adding. Remaining part. What is the remaining skeleton? Minus 8k minus 8 minus 9 I'm writing. So please understand, in between I'm introducing this. Why? Because I can take 9 common. If I take 9 common, I'll have 3 into 2, 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 8 power k minus 9 plus. So in these three terms, I took 9 common. Remaining I'll simplify. 9 times 8 power k plus 9 times 9 9s are 81 minus 8k minus 9 and 8 17, or you can take 9 common in all. That is better. So what I will do, again I will take 9 common from the remaining. In the remaining I will take 9 common. If I do that, I will have 8 power k plus 9 minus 8k minus, okay, here minus 1 it will be, and this I am separating. So here 9 is not common, I will separate it. So now this is 9 times 8q. Can I write? Because in the beginning we assumed. So 3 power 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is divisible by 8 or 8q. So this whole thing I can write 8q. So that's what I have written. So if you observe, that's what I have written. If you observe this whole thing from this equation, I wrote this whole thing is 8q plus 9 times 8k plus minus 8, and 9 minus 1 is again minus 8 minus 8. So again this is 8 times 8q, 8 into 9q I can write, and here I can take 8 common. This is divisible by 8, this is divisible by 8, this is divisible by 8, the whole equation. So 8 if I take common, it will be 9 into 8 power k minus 1 minus k minus 1, and in this also I will take out. So you are left out with this. So dear student, 8 into something is divisible by 8. Here 8 into something is divisible by 8. That implies this whole thing can be written as 8m, where m is an integer. So therefore, p of k plus 1 is true. Means p of k plus 1 is 8m, means p of a plus 1 is also divisible by 2. Very interesting part is, after you get this stage, in this equation I saw I want minus 8k minus 9, but this is having quotient 9. But these two do not have a quotient 9. So what I will do, I will introduce a term with 9 8k, 9 into 9, add and subtract. First I subtracted, then I added. From the subtracted part I took 9 out. This is multiple of 9. This whole thing this whole thing is multiple of 8, and this whole thing in every term is multiple of 8, or every term is divisible by 8. Sum of two numbers are divisible by 8 means the whole equation is divisible by 8. So p of k plus 1 is true. Therefore by PMI, principle of mathematical induction, statement is true. Statement p of n is true. See, very interesting part of the problem is this part, adding and subtracting. What you should add and subtract depends on observation. Here, if you see the observation, here the 3 power 2k plus 2 do not have 9 as quotient. So I should take 9 common from what? But I need the whole equation. I need the whole equation means 3 power 2k plus 2, this and this. So I have minus 8k 9, but these do not have quotient 9. So I'll introduce 9 times this and 9 times this, subtract and add. First I'll subtract, then I'll add. And remaining part, minus 8, minus 9, I'm retaining. So in these two, take 9 common, remaining every term becomes multiple of 8. So that is how we'll get P of k plus 1. Now similarly, 23rd, prove the following by using principle of mathematical induction for all n belongs to natural numbers. So they told 41 power n minus 14 power n is multiple of 27. So first we'll take the statement P of n. I'll take P of n as 41 power n minus 14 power n is equal to multiple of 27 means 27 times q, where q belongs to an integer. This is our assumption, because it's multiple of this. Now step 1, what is step 1? To prove for n is equal to 1. To prove for n value is equal to 1. In the place of n put 1. 41 power 1 minus 14 power 1. So that is equal to 41 minus 14. So subtract 41 minus 10, 31, 31 minus 4. 31 minus 4, 27. So 27 is multiple of what? 27, 27 ones are. So we'll get 27 is multiple of 27, I can say. Therefore, P of 1 is true. P of 1 is true. Our statement is true for n is equal to 1. Step 1 is done. Now step 2. What is step 2? Assume the statement is true for step 2. Assume P of k is true. P of k is true. Means statement is true for P of k. Means in the problem, in the place of P of n, put k. 41 power k minus 14 power k is multiple of 27. Means is equal to, I can say 27 times q. That is equation 1. Means wherever you get 41 power k minus 14 power k, you can write it as 27 times some multiple integer. Now step 3. What is step 3? To prove for k plus 1. To prove for k plus 1. In order to prove for k plus 1, so replace k with k plus 1. K plus 1 minus 14 power k plus 1. And can I write this as 41 power k into 41? A power m plus n is a power m into a power n. 14 power k into 14. So dear students, the next step is crucial step in all the problems, because I want this, means I have to take out common. Here power k you take for least number and plain number you take. So there are two numbers, 41 and 14. So least number is 14, highest number is 41. So what you should do? So now after reaching this step, here the problem starts. See, till this problem is smooth and simple and direct, but here the game starts. So what I can say is add and subtract. The crucial part is what? Add and subtract. Always I'll give the hint. Hint is simple. Add and subtract least number as it is. So least number power k. So out of 41 and 14, 14 is least number power k, and product of 41. 41 times 14k you add and subtract. So then it will become 41k 41 minus 41 minus, sorry, whatever is that, I'll write as it is, whatever is given, and for that is minus 14k 4, add and subtract. Add what? 41 14 power k minus 41 14 power k. Now you take, see dear students, we need 41 power k minus 14 power k. So minus 14 power k is here, and this is k plus 1. When we do, it is 14, sorry. Here it is 14, right? Yeah. So now 41, we need 41 power k minus 14 power k. So I'll take 41 common. From this, I'll take 41 common. If you do that, if you take 41 common, you are left out with 41 power k, because this is common, and last term 41 is out, so minus 14k. Remaining terms are there. So remaining terms, so these are the remaining terms. In the remaining terms, take 14 power k common. In these two, we have 14 power k common. I'll take 14 power k common. If you do that, 14 power k, if you take common, minus 14 power k, if you take common, what is left out? So 14 is left out here, and minus you have taken, so minus 41. 41 times, if you refer the equation 1, so equation 1 says 41 power k minus 14 power k is 27 q. So this can be written as 27 multiple 27 q. This whole thing from equation 1 minus 14 power k, 14 minus 41. So subtract these two, you will get negative minus 27, or minus, if I write out 47 27q plus 14 power k times 27. See, the first term is multiple of 27, second term is multiple of 27. If two numbers are multiple of 27, their sum is also multiple of 7. I can write this whole thing is equal to 27 times some m, where m is equal to, m belongs to integer and m value is whatever we have taken common. So you can see this is multiple of 27, this is multiple of 27, sum of two numbers is also multiple of 27. I can write like this. Therefore p of k plus 1 is true. P of k plus 1 is true. Therefore by PMI, by principle of mathematical induction, P of n is also true. Hope all of you understood this. This is a method we have to apply. Adding and subtracting, highest number and least number power you subtract and add, and take common and rearrange. If you get each term as multiple of 27, then the sum of two multiples of 27 is also multiple of 27. Therefore P of k plus 1 will become true. So by mathematical induction, if P of k plus 1 is true, then the statement is true. So I hope all of you understood this. Please sit and practice. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.